Hello everyone, this is Mumbo and welcome back to another episode on the Hermitcraft server. It is episode 103, I do believe, and today we are going to be doing a slightly different episode once again because today is a bit of a special day for me. It's a very special day, in fact. It's been a hugely positive day. For those of you who follow me on Twitter, you guys will know about this as well. But to start things off, yes, we aren't going to be doing the regular Hermitcraft episode today. We're not going to be doing progress updates and things. Once again, it is going to be a slightly different, slightly more chatty episode, I suppose you could say, because I did one of those like a couple weeks ago. Or was it a couple days ago? Last week, I think I did a chatty episode, and I really enjoyed recording it. You guys really enjoyed watching it. I'm not going to do them too often, but sometimes, you know, I might feel like, hey, I want to do a chatty episode of Hermitcraft today, and I'll just crack on, give it a bash, and do one, and that's sort of what I'm doing today, especially because of the circumstances of today, because it's a big one, okay? It really is a massively positive one, as you guys know. Over the past couple of weeks, things have been really shaky. That's the definition of shaky, basically. For any new subscribers or any new viewers, my mum has unfortunately been diagnosed with breast cancer, okay? This was like a month ago, and that was like a massive surprise. Huge surprise. It really did take me back. I didn't really know what to do. Obviously, I announced it to you guys. I was like, look, this is the thing that's happened. Videos will be affected. I sort of went straight, looking back, I went straight into YouTube is going to be affected. I didn't really talk about my feelings and the fact that, you know, my mum had been diagnosed with this potentially life-threatening thing. I was like, guys, I hate to say it, YouTube might be affected here. But anyway, yeah, that's completely besides the point, because it's all good. I can safely say now that everything is now all fine. Funnily enough, we went into the hospital today, and this was like the results day, because what happened is 2 weeks ago, my mum had the surgery, and then obviously they do all the tests then, and after the surgery, they do the test, they check for things, and we got the results back today, and they were positive. It means that there is nothing there. Everything has been removed. My mum's got to have a little bit of radiotherapy, but that's around about it. She's not going to lose any hair. She's not going to be going through chemo. In theory, the cancer is 100% removed, and that's just the best news in the world. I really don't know what to say other than, seriously, it is the best news, and I want to extend a massive thank you. I know that none of the nurses are going to be watching this video. If they are, I just want to say hello, thanks for treating my mum. But I just want to extend a massive thank you to all of the nurses. It's one of the brilliant things about living in the UK, I suppose you could say, is the National Health Service, and just how lovely everyone has been and how helpful everyone has been. It's been an amazing experience. I wouldn't say it's been an amazing experience. That's the wrong word to use. But it's been a comfortable experience for everyone involved. It's been, you know, I've been kept in touch with all of the nurses, explain what's going on and things like that. And I felt very at ease throughout the entire process, which really is important. You know, I've been kept in the loop, and that's a big deal. You know, you want to know what's been going on, and it's just good to know that my mum is in safe hands. And now, of course, everything is cleared up. And it's amazing. It's the best news I could ever have hoped for. And I've done this again. I've done it again. I don't believe it. I suppose I was talking, so I wasn't really concentrating. But that's the third time now where I've gone to build one of these in the wrong location. I can't believe it. And I was thinking to myself, I've been doing so well. I've been talking away. I've been nattering away, doing everything just fine. But no, I've built everything wrong. Excellent. So let's try this again then. Now, first off, I just want to say I do apologise for starting off the Hermitcraft episodes a little bit heavily recently. There's been a lot of talk about, you know, my mum, of course, and the cancer thing. That's probably not the most bright and easy listening way to start off Hermitcraft episodes, but I want to keep you guys in the loop, okay? It's something that I don't do particularly often. Generally speaking, as far as YouTube is concerned, with me, I keep quite a lot of my personal life to myself. It's the way that I run things as a human being. You know, I'm not particularly open about what I get up to and things, but this is definitely something that I felt like I wanted to tell you. I wanted to keep you guys in the loop with this one because it's important. It really is important. It's a massive part of my life, and you guys are a huge, arguably one of the biggest parts of my life right now, and I feel like it would be wrong of me to not at least bring that up. So that's that, okay? I'm going to stop talking about it now because, of course, you know, so some of you are probably sat there going, all right, okay, your mum's fine now, you can stop talking about her, which I can completely understand. So we're going to be moving on from that because I've got, like, a ton of things that I really want to talk to you guys about today. In fact, I've got, like, my book in front of me. What's usually reserved for Redstone ideas and things, you know, Redstone plans, I've actually written out all of the things that I could potentially talk about in today's episode. Things that have been cropping up, little things that I wanted to talk to you guys about for a long time. And the first thing is, for those of you who follow me on Instagram, you will have seen that I have got some new Mumbo merchandise stuff, okay? So I don't know if you guys remember, but a couple months ago, once again, I mentioned that I was in partnership with a merchandise company in the UK called Cap and Cook, and once again, I'll put a link to their website down in the description. But they have sent over some of the samples. They have sent over some of the first t-shirt designs that they've come up with, and I have to say, guys, they look absolutely fantastic. So far, the only ones that I have shared on Instagram are the little logo one. So there's like a little logo on the left side of the chest, you know, where they usually do it. And that one is probably my personal favorite because I really like subtle t-shirts like that. But then I've also showcased the one with the logo all the way across the chest. So it's like a big mustache logo, and I think it looks absolutely amazing. But other ones that I'm going to be adding to the collection soon are boats and hose related ones, and also a few like mumbo jumbo related ones. But there's going to be all different colours and things like that. And I have to say, I was a little bit worried when I was looking through them. I was a little bit worried that the merchandise, the t-shirts weren't going to be high quality. Not because, I didn't think it was because of the company, but generally speaking, with YouTuber merchandise and things like that, the quality of the actual t-shirts isn't particularly good. And I like wearing pretty high quality t-shirts, okay? I really do take great pleasure in wearing high quality t-shirts. So I was a little bit concerned about that, but I have to say, they have passed the Mumbo Jumbo quality test. I am so impressed by how nice they are to wear. They're really good quality, rugged t-shirts. You can tell that they're definitely going to last for many, many years. And they come in at really good price points as well, which is excellent news. Basically, this should definitely be something for your Christmas list. This is definitely something that you want in your Santa's sack, because I think they're absolutely lovely, and I'm going to wear them all the time. I've been wearing them out to the gym and things like that. I haven't had anyone comment on it just yet, but I'm waiting for that to happen. If you see someone out in the street who's wearing a Mumbo Jumbo t-shirt, who happens to be 6'5" and also looks slightly like Bill Clinton, chances are it's probably me, so come up to me and say hi. But that's basically what's going on with the Mumbo Jumbo merch situation. And as I say, I am super excited for it because I've never really done merchandise on my channel before. I dabbled with it. I had Mumbo Jumbo mugs for a little while that went down really well, and maybe I'll bring those things back. But other than that, haven't really gone too far with it. So it's definitely something that I can't wait to see. But anyway, as you can see, progress is coming along slowly. We are on our way. We are creating. We've done 2 sets of this side, and then we're also going to do that side as well. So I'm basically just going to crack on, continue trying my best to chat to you, keep things interesting and things like that. Let me know down in the comment section what you think to these sorts of chatty episodes. I don't think I'm going to do them particularly often, simply because it's not really my way of doing things. You can probably tell that it doesn't really come quite as naturally, which is strange. Okay, that's a really strange thing to say, but just chatting along to the camera, I always feel like I want to talk about Minecraft and what I'm doing. So for example, I think that's just because I have done tutorials for such a long time. I always did tutorials, then I moved over to doing Let's Plays and things, so I wasn't really a Let's Player in the beginning, and I think the habits that I picked up from tutorials just really haven't left me, and they continue throughout all my Let's Plays. So for example, whenever I do Redstone on camera, I've got better at it. But what I would always do is I would be like, right, and then we're going to place redstone here, and then redstone goes all the way across like this, and I'd basically run you through how to build the redstone that I was doing on screen as if I was doing a redstone tutorial. And I just think that's the way that I'm programmed to record videos now. I guess that's just how it is, and that's something that I'm going to have to deal with. It's partly why I don't really do Let's Plays of other games and things, because I'm like, what am I meant to talk about? Am I going to talk about all the buttons that I've been pressing? I did a few videos on car games back in the day. I did a few ones on the main channel, and then I've done one video on Assetto Corsa on the second channel as well, and they might come back at some point, the game night videos and things. But I found it really difficult to not talk about what I was doing. Like, I was driving along in the cars, And I was so close to saying, right, going to take a right turn now, and we're going 130 miles an hour, and I'm going to change gear here, and things like that. It was such a struggle to not run you through everything that I was doing, that it was actually a really difficult recording session. I remember that video, it was like I think it was about 8, maybe 9 minutes in total, and I have a feeling for something so simple like that, there's literally like a play and chat sort of thing. There was no real progress made. I think I completed a couple laps on different tracks and things. I have a feeling it took like 2 or 3 hours to create. And afterwards, I was determined to do that video. I was like, I'm definitely finishing this video. And afterwards, I think I probably vowed not to do any other gaming videos for a long time after. Maybe now, I think I might be able to do it, maybe. Because, as I say, I've got a little bit better at talking on camera and things. I think live streams have definitely helped that as well. I haven't been doing so many live streams recently, but live streams definitely help your ability to talk on your feet. You know, when you're doing live streams and things, you know, the big turning point for me was the Yogscast charity live stream. That was a 6-hour live stream. Obviously, we did have breaks, but that really did force me to keep thinking and keep, you know, my mind on what I was going to be saying next and things. And that really, really did help. That was a massive help to me, and that helped out my own personal live streams as well. But it's tough. It is actually really tough. As a YouTube content creator who's been doing it for... How long have I even been doing it? On this channel, I've been doing it for 3 years. Over 3 years. On other channels, though, I had my Call of Duty channels. So I had That's It Gaming. Cool, that was a good name. That's such a 13-year-old name, isn't it? That's It Gaming. We had that. That was like my Call of Duty clan that I started with my friend Tom. In fact, all of my channels have been started with my friend Tom. So I had that one, but I didn't do any commentaries on there. That was just montages and things. Then we had Aspect Designs, which is still one of my favorite YouTube channels. I think the videos on there are so absolutely awesome. And I'll try my best to remember to put a link to that down in the description, because it's still to this day, I think those Call of Duty videos are awesome. But I did 1 or 2 commentaries on that, but they were pre-recorded. So what I'd do is I'd record a gameplay and then I'd commentate over it afterwards, which is very different to doing it live. It's a completely different experience. I'm one of those people that's like a very animated speaker. In fact, my hand right now is waving around everywhere as I'm trying my best to explain everything. I'm just one of those sorts of people. So doing commentaries while I'm playing the game, it's why sometimes you see me when I'm talking and I just completely stop moving on the screen. It's because my hands are up in the air, they're waving around, doing all sorts of bits and pieces. I'm just that sort of person. So post commentaries were really easy for me, but I had never done a live commentary before starting the Minecraft videos and things. So I guess, yeah, I started it about 3 years ago, and I'm still learning, okay? I really am still learning. I'm still learning the ins and outs of it. I still make mistakes all the time. The reason I do jump cuts and things is because I mess up my words quite often, and that frustrates me. I end up stopping there. So if you are starting out on YouTube and you feel like you're a little bit rubbish and you haven't quite got the swing of things, don't worry, because I've been doing YouTube for like 3 years now, and I still feel like occasionally, some days, I'm a little bit rubbish and I'm still getting the swing of things. That's just sort of how it goes. And I always try my best to improve my videos. You guys know that recently I have improved my setup like a huge amount. So now my audio quality is 10 times better than it used to be. But also my editing, you know, recently I rebranded the channel as well. I'm always trying my best to improve that. But also just in terms of creating content and interesting bits and pieces, I'm always trying my best to learn new techniques and better ways to create things and better ways to entertain you guys. Because at the end of the day, that's the most important thing for me. But I definitely feel like I'm rambling right now. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to stop this clip here. I'm going to do a quick jump cut. And by the time I have done that, I will have finished this entire set of pumpkin farms. Just a quick clip to say that for about the 50 millionth time on the Hermitcraft server, I'm of course picking up some iron from the iron farm. I still, no matter what episode I record and mention it in, I still get questions of how do you get so much iron. Is this thing. Tango Tech, he's the man, give him a YouTube search. And one other thing that a lot of people seem to ask me regarding resources and things is where do I get all of my sea lanterns from? That is thanks to the wonderful XPcrafted with his insane base. It has been so long since I've been over here and I haven't really shown it in a video, but this is still hands down one of my favourite bases on the Hermitcraft server. If you think my base is cool, you haven't seen this guy's yet. It's bonkers. It's absolutely huge, and I'll try my best to remember to put his entire world tour down in the description, because that thing is absolutely awesome. But let's see, does he have any sea lanterns? Yes, he do. If you don't mind, I'm going to grab 2 stacks. I hope that's okay with you. I believe these things are free. Yes, they are. So yeah, that's all good. So this place is wicked. So there we go. This side of the pumpkin farm is all done and dusted. We have got the full module in place, and it's only taken us around about 16 minutes. Can you believe how long things take when I don't do progress updates? People complain that I don't show everything on camera. It's because, can you imagine what 5 hours worth of building would look like compacted? Well, it wouldn't be compacted, would it? It would literally be 5 hours worth of footage. Now, I'm not going to lie to you. Okay, I know some of you guys find me really quite interesting, but watching me for 5 hours? That's a lot of view time. That would be, I'd start to get pretty knackered personally. You know, the video quality would start to slip. I mean, I would definitely run out of things to talk about at that point, and I probably wouldn't sound quite as cheery towards the end. I do struggle with recording for long periods of time. It's just something that I really do struggle with. So yeah, I think 5 hours would be a little bit much for me. But I'm sure there's some of you out there who are probably thinking, Mumbo, when are Hermitcraft episodes going to return back to normal? Because recently, you know, things have been disrupted. I've been doing either mini episodes of Hermitcraft or these sorts of Hermitcraft episodes where I'm just chatting along, which is fine. A lot of you really enjoy them, but some of you are probably sat there thinking, you know, secretly thinking, when do things go back to normal? Okay, I'm excited for things to go back to normal. When does everything go back to how it used to be? It's a good question, and I'm glad that you're asking that, because it means that you care about it. I am going to be going back to normal. Hopefully, my recording schedule is going to go back to normal on November the 15th. Okay, so that is when my mum gets the all clear to go back to work, and she's like officially fit and healthy. That's the plan there. So that, in theory, is when everything is going to return back to normal for me, and I am going to be able to record videos as per usual. So that is when the regular types of Hermitcraft episodes will return. That's when I'll start doing the big projects where I spend loads and loads of time doing loads of massive projects and things. I have got a ton of really cool ideas for what I want to do with that, so I really can't wait. I'm excited for that. I think that should be a lot of fun. But if you're wondering why it's November the 15th, it's because, of course, until then, my mum isn't going to be at work, which straight away means that I don't really like recording when my mum's at home. But also, with my mum not being at work, for the first time in like ages, because my mum has always worked, I've actually like got time to spend with my mum. I'm at home all day, of course. I don't really work. Well, I do work. I work for YouTube, so I'm always doing things. But I'm in the house, and my mum's in the house, so that means that for the first time in like many, many years, we've actually had quite a large amount of time together, which is quite cool. You know, it is quite cool. And it's something that I definitely want to make the most of, which means that I'm prioritizing those sorts of things. Oh no, my pickaxe just broke. Ah. But yeah, I'm prioritizing those sorts of things over making YouTube videos at the minute, which is very outside of my standard way of doing things. Okay, generally speaking, YouTube takes priority at all times. It's a little bit concerning how far I put YouTube ahead of other interests. It really is. But at the minute, I've decided that YouTube can take a bit of a backseat while I chill out with my mum during this time. And I hope that you understand that. I'm sure that 99.99999% of you all understand that. I'm sure there's like 0.01% that are sat there going, oh, you remember, I hate you, you know, you're not putting in the same amount of effort as you usually do and things like that. That's fine, okay? I can understand where you're coming from. I hope that this hasn't bothered you too much. And as I say, from November the 15th, it will be like nothing has ever happened. But until that point, as I say, I'm going to be enjoying myself with my mum. That's how it's going to be going. So I can't wait to go back to normal. I can't wait to return to full-on Hermitcraft episodes and also bigger Redstone projects as well. And recording the Redstone Advent Calendar, which I've got to do for December, which I'm so excited for because that was amazing last year. So it's all going to be kicking off, and I can't wait to get fully back into the swing of things with YouTube. But November the 15th, until then, it's mum time, I suppose. Mother's Day every day. Now actually, while we're on the topic of YouTube and the creation of YouTube videos and things, I thought I would mention something that I've been seeing popping up quite often in my comment section, and that is the fact that a lot of people have been seeing me in other people's YouTube comment sections. Now, there are a number of reasons for this. Of course, reason number one is because I've been at home quite a lot. I haven't been creating so many YouTube videos, but I've been watching a lot more of them, which means that, of course, I put down my comments. But also, the other reason is because I really value YouTube comments. I think YouTube comments are one of the most important parts of YouTube, and they probably mean the most to me, even if I don't reply to all of them, because I think I get about 60 to 70,000 comments a month. It's something obscene like that, so there's no way I could possibly reply to all of them. But I do read quite a large quantity of them, okay? If you put something in my comment section, chances are I would at least skim read over it and take it in, and I try my best to reply to either the nicest ones or occasionally the meanest ones, just because that's the way I tend to operate. But yeah, YouTube comments are really important to me, and one thing that I've taken like a big initiative in doing is letting my favourite content creators know that I really like their videos. So for example, Good Mythical Morning is definitely a YouTube channel that I heavily enjoy, okay? I absolutely love the Good Mythical Morning videos. I love Rhett and Link, they're absolutely fantastic. They make me laugh every morning, and they've definitely become part of my daily routine, to quote their own show. So that's someone that I tend to try my best to leave a comment down there, just because, you know, I like to let them know that they're doing a good job. They seriously have a really well-produced daily show on there. It's probably better than a lot of TV shows, so they're doing a fantastic job. Another person is, of course, Casey Neistat. He's a fantastic YouTuber. There's no doubt about it. He's a brilliant filmmaker, okay? And he makes some really high-quality YouTube videos. Once again, I will try my best to put all of these links down in the description so that you can check them out for yourself. But who else? There's, well, as you guys know, I'm big into my cars, okay? Cars are like a huge, just my biggest passion, most probably. In fact, if I could say that I have one definitive passion, it is cars. Without a doubt, there is not a day that goes by where I don't think about cars to a certain extent, or watch videos of cars, or do something relating to cars. I dedicate a large quantity of my life to cars, viewing cars, driving cars, etc, etc. So I watch a lot of car-related YouTube channels. One of my favourites is, of course, Tim or Shmee150. Brilliant car-related YouTube channel. There's also Paul Wallace of Supercars of London, and my new personal favourite, Seen Through Glass, who is a slightly smaller YouTuber, and if you're into cars, check him out right now. Just leave this video right now and check him out, because Seen Through Glass makes some of the highest quality moto vlogs, I guess you could say, of anyone I've ever seen. Other people are Life on Unleaded. There's Monkey London as well, who's in the drifting scene. I'll probably mention all of these guys at some other point at the start of another Hermitcraft episode where I'm talking about it. But these are some seriously fantastic YouTubers that I just feel deserve a little bit more recognition. I think I should start like a Best of Cars series as opposed to Best of Minecraft, because I watch so many car-related videos now. In fact, I probably watch more car-related videos than I do Minecraft, which is a little bit upsetting, but I guess that's just the way it goes. I love cars. I can't say it enough. Wow, today's episode of Hermitcraft has been one heck of a rambly episode. I have just gone on such tangents talking about various different bits, from cancer to cars, which I think should be the name of this episode, even if that sounds a little bit dark. I probably won't call it that. But anyway, this module is done, that module is done, and if there's one thing that I just want to ask towards the end of today's video, is I've just been talking about car-related YouTube channels, and it's literally just twigged in my brain that I think I'd like to make some car videos. No, I think I could do it. I definitely think I could do it. Like, it's literally just twigged in my brain just during this recording, right? Now, what you're hearing right now is me trying to come up with ideas for different videos that I could do. Because obviously, you know, I love my car. My car's absolutely fantastic. What I am considering doing is maybe I could just do some, like, points of view driving along whilst chatting away. It could be like not necessarily a podcast, because it wouldn't be that long, like 10 minutes of essentially this Hermitcraft episode, but instead of watching Minecraft, you're just watching me driving about. Let me know down in the comment section if you'd like to see that, because I'd like to do that. I would happily buy one of those silly looking headcam things so that you guys can see that, because I think that would be a lot of fun. Yeah, that would be cool. That would obviously go up on the second channel, so if you're not subscribed to the second channel, you should subscribe, because then it will be cat videos, cars, and occasionally tech videos, which will be good, and that will all be coming after November the 15th, once I have tons and tons of time. But unfortunately, ladies and gentlemen, that is all I've got time for today. I hope that you've enjoyed today's slightly more all over the place episode of Hermitcraft. I think it's been awesome. I think it's been an awesome episode. I've really just off my chested to you. Just everything has just come off my chest, into the screen, and into your earballs, which is always a good thing. But if you have enjoyed it, please let me know by hitting that like button, and of course if you loved it, make sure to subscribe. But unfortunately, I've messed up my outro. I can't believe it. It's been a while since I've recorded. I'm just going to leave now.